This tax season at Boost Mobile, when you buy 6 months on our best unlimited plans, we will give you the next 6 months for free.
Plus, enter to win up to $10,000 and double your tax refund.
Your refund, your rules. Requires upfront payment. Taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details.
On today's Smart 7, Putin seems reluctant to accept Ukraine's ceasefire, Starmer shuts down NHS England, and much more. It's Friday, 14th of March, it's Pi Day, and happy birthday, Simone Biles.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke out on Thursday on the US and Ukrainian proposal for a ceasefire. He addressed the issue during a press conference at the Kremlin with Belarusian leader Lukashenko and appeared to have a long list of additional demands. He asserted that Russian forces are advancing everywhere and that any ceasefire shouldn't give Ukraine time to rearm or mobilize more troops. He also wanted to know if Ukrainian troops in the Kursk region would be required to surrender, but it did appear as if he was leaving the door open to further discussions.
Secondly, is we agree with the proposals, but our position is based on the assumption that the ceasefire would lead to a long-term peace.
Ukrainian President Zelensky said in his Thursday night address that Putin is scared to reject Trump's proposal, but he expects Russia to refuse to agree to it. UK PM Keir Starmer says Putin's reaction is not surprising.
Well, firstly, keep our focus on a lasting and secure peace in Ukraine. It doesn't entirely surprise me that Russia's taking this stance. They've made it pretty clear. They've put it in lights a number of times over.
The new Labour government has been focused on restoring the NHS to health, with a drive to reduce waiting times and increase appointments, and promises of more measures to come. Thursday saw Prime Minister Keir Starmer announce that the government is intending to shut down NHS England, which will see thousands of jobs go. NHS England was first introduced by the Tories in 2012 and was intended to oversee and regulate functions across the health service. But Starmer says it's become a bureaucratic nightmare, and it's part of the stodge and regulation he's pledged to cut across the government. Health Secretary Wes Streeting says the impact will be significant.
These reforms will deliver a much leaner top of the NHS, making significant savings. That money will flow down to the front line to cut waiting times faster and deliver our plan for change.
Former Tory Health Secretary and Chancellor Jeremy Hunt didn't sound entirely convinced about the detail of the plan, though.
If the result of today is to replace bureaucratic over-centralisation with political over-centralisation, it will fail. Yeah. But if we move to the decentralised model that we have for the police, it could be the start of a real transformation.
Thursday saw NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte take a turn in the White House hot seat as he paid a visit to Donald Trump. There were no dramatic scenes, and Rutte seemed to get along well with the American president as he made a case that NATO members are upping their defensive spending. Trump did launch into a tirade about how the US needed Greenland and seemed to suggest that he was planning to send soldiers to annex it, a topic that the NATO Secretary-General appeared deeply uncomfortable about. The US president was also back at his one-man campaign to make Canada the 51st US state, despite the protestations of, well, the Canadians.
Canada only works as a state. We don't need anything they have. It's so perfect as a great and cherished state. Keeping O Canada, the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great. Keep it. But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states. Maybe our greatest state.
The topic of Canada and President Trump's determination to spark trade wars with America's trading partners has continued to spook the stock market. Thursday saw the S&P close down more than 1.5%, which is close to what is known as correction territory and signals the lowest markets have been in more than 6 months. The courts have also ruled against Trump and Elon's mass firings, forcing the government to rehire many of those staff on probation who were dismissed. North of the border, Mark Carney, former Bank of England governor, is taking over as new Canadian PM, and he's probably the perfect man for the job in the current climate. Justin Trudeau bade farewell to his countrymen with a motivational moment.
This may be my last day here in this office, but I will always be boldly and unapologetically Canadian. My only ask is that no matter what the world throws at us, you always be the same.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Spurs, Rangers, United and Chelsea progress in Europe, and John Boyega speaks out right after this.
Savor the best of spring with great everyday prices at Whole Foods Market. Yellow low price signs help you save money without compromising quality, like on organic chicken breast and thighs, ground beef, and more. All with no antibiotics ever. Plus, brighten your plate for less with 365 by Whole Foods Market Brioche. Smoked salmon, cherry tomatoes, organic apples, and more. Shop low prices daily at Whole Foods Market in-store and online.
Welcome back.
Thursday night saw the lineup for the Europa League and the Europa Conference League quarter-finals decided. Man United, Spurs, Rangers and Chelsea were all in action, and Chelsea picked up an easy 1-0 win to secure their place in the conference quarter-finals. Spurs battled back from a 1-0 deficit from the first leg to win 3-2 against AZ Alkmaar and go through, while Rangers went to extra time and penalties against Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce, but also qualified for the next round. Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes put on a masterclass at Old Trafford with a hat-trick to put his team through to face Lyon in the quarters, and manager Ruben Amorim was relieved after a tough week.
We show a little bit the future. We dealt with the problems of the present, and then and today we had a good performance from our team. So we are learning about us, about different competitions, how to win games. A tough week, but a good week.
There's a new 2-part documentary on the way to Apple TV+, and it takes a look at a rarely discussed topic, the experiences of black actors in Hollywood. It's called First Name on the Call Sheet, which is Hollywood's shorthand for the leading actor or actress in a production and a highly prized career goal for many. The first episode looks at black male actors, the second black women, and it has great access to big names, which is no surprise when the producers include Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart and Whoopi Goldberg. John Boyega features in the first episode.
I mean, it's a responsibility. It's happiness. You see the results of the work that you've been putting in for years. It's important for me as well to be able to look back and see that my success is not just based on my great audition or, whatever I've done. It's also about people who have come before me and opened them doors. In a world that increasingly seems to have gone insane, it must be difficult to write dystopian science fiction, but Charlie Brooker is back and ready to go. His show Black Mirror is back, with 6 new episodes and the usual star-packed cast. This time, the topics are AI, technology and even human consciousness, with a rare treat for fans as for the first time, there's a sequel to an episode with a part 2 of the highly acclaimed USS Callister. Stars appearing include Awkwafina, Peter Capaldi, Emma Corrin, Will Poulter and Chris O'Dowd, and all 6 episodes drop on Netflix on April 10th.
I just want something magical, timeless.
Come with me.
We'll all be cyborgs before long.
Yeah.
Just remember that they're AIs. To them, this is real. Ready?
I'm ready.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.